Today, which is off schedule because we've already been there with the Cup Series, we travel out to Michigan, where we will race with our trucks. We are fast, so we will win. Every time I say that, it doesn't pan out. So let's not have it pan out. The double negative means let's have it work out for us. All right. I get out there and do the thing, and then we'll talk to you when I start to do that thing. I didn't practice. As long as this isn't... I think it was Texas where I had screwed up the setup. This should be fine. We just come out here and qualify in first, and then go out on the track for the race and get first place as well. I don't even remember if you have to brake with the trucks here. We're about to find out when we go into turn 1 and 2. Oh no, these are turns 3 and 4, so same thing. No. Yeah, in the Cup cars, you absolutely have to brake. All right. Coming up on the qualifying lap. And... bring it down near the white line without getting too close to the white line. You know how that is, right? Yeah, you do. Gonna go about top 2/3 area of the track.
And then we'll come back down towards the white line again.
And back up. And then back down onto the apron. And then across the line. That's first place. That's first place. You know it is. Oh my goodness, it's so not first place at all. Holy crap, we need to figure that out. Why are we so slow? Yikes. I'm going to figure that out. I'll be right back.
This is the Michigan International Speedway, home to the automobile industry and some great competition. If you like 3 and 4 wide racing, then Michigan's your track. This 2-mile trioval allows for great action with its high banks and wide surface. Located just outside the Motor City, drivers are always hoping to put on a great show for the auto industry here.
You know what's really stupid? This is going to be a good race. I mean, yay for you guys.
Going green. There's the green flag. Still there.
Getting held up by Crawford, just kind of kept bumping him until we got it.
Still there. Clear
Till he
high.
moved. Oh, you want to do this? We're going to go inside. There it is. Force him off that.
Still there.
Me and Crafton going to just drive here up to the front. There it is.
Clear high.
We didn't even get cheering because it was so quick that we got there. But... what do we get to the tank? 23 to the tank. 100. Oh, that's right. This is that super long race. Yeah, that makes sense. That's why it's worth 500 grand. All right. This is endurance Cup Series level of endurance. This is like driving the Coca-Cola 600. This is 100 laps on a 2.5-mile track. There's a lot that's going on here, and we're just going to drive away, hopefully, from everyone, and it's going to be a non-issue. I don't know. We're a little tight in the front end, and I kind of noticed it when I was practicing, but I also didn't care, so there was that. We got Setzer, Crafton, Lester, and Bickle all in tow. And, you know, I was like, yeah, I'll record this. It's midnight or past. It's like 12:30 right now. I was like, yeah, I'll record it tonight because it's, you know, the truck series. It's a quick race. So around 2 a.m. when we get done with this, it's fine. All right. So we've gone around the track, I think, what, 3 times now, maybe? Oh, wait, I just noticed that this is warm. Yeah, that's the 3rd time. That's interesting. Oh, we're going to ignore that. That seems like something we don't want to pay attention to. We are, I assume that a lot of the cars will stay, trucks will stay pretty tight because, you know, season 3 and all that. And, you know, where we've been able to walk away with this race before, I think it's going to be a very, hey, you drove a basically perfect laps and that's how you were able to get away from these other trucks. But, you know, they're about to disappear from the draw distance, and I like that.
That was a great lap.
Yes, it was. Not even my best. My best practice lap was a 40.709. I'm good with numbers, not with words. Ooh, we wanted to toy with that white line as much as possible to see where it was going to hit the apron and ruin our whole day. Because that seems like the appropriate thing to do. I'm not going to do that again. That's a lie. There's like 96 laps left as we cross the line up here. We're going to do it probably 5, 6, 7 D more times. Let's get down on the apron. And then back up. It's not that big of an angle. Just enough that you don't have to hit the brakes in the trucks. In the Cup Series, you absolutely well, you're not on the brakes, but you're off the gas. We ran it here earlier. I think we ran 100 laps here. So this will be our second time doing it. But the Cup Series, I think you get up. I'm pretty sure this is a track where you get to 200 miles an hour. Like, we've already done it this year with our Cup car. So I feel pretty confident that this was the one. It seems right. Texas absolutely isn't. Talladega, I don't think we got up to 100 or 200 on, because when we ran it, we didn't have a fully upgraded car. I'm pretty sure we'll get there fairly quickly, but we're not there yet. Let's talk about things. Well, I don't even know how far we are in the Cup Series right now, but here's something to think about. Our goal with the Beast logo or Beast sponsor is that we have to win the championship. I don't know how many truck races we might miss this year because we're running the Cup Series at the same time. So we committed to something, and right now, granted, Grafton is in 4th, Setzer is in 2nd, so Hamilton being up in 5th is preventing somebody else that's probably in front of us from being or getting the points they need. But we're at a spot right now where we are going to be fighting a points battle because we got 0 points one race, so we lost 185 possible points. I'm looking forward to running my NASCAR Heat 5 series because of the playoffs. I think that'll be interesting. I don't think there's playoffs in this. I think it's just the points throughout the season. So I look forward to the playoffs in that game. I mean, I know in this series, like in the Truck Series, there wasn't playoffs, but I don't know if the Cup Series was different. But I do look forward to running that for that purpose. I also am, for a reasonable fee, going to open up a Patreon. I'm just going to tell the people now, especially for those who have been here since day one. I think probably 20 to 25 spots will be open to have your driver with your name and your custom vehicle. I say vehicle because there will be 3 series going on. It'll be a monthly thing, a monthly fee, subscription, because of the amount of time that I put into doing all of it. But you will be in the game. And I brought it up earlier, and I talked about the RPG aspects. Oh, frick. Well, the caution comes out. We've got 13 laps of fuel left. 13, we get 23. Gotta pit 3 times. I don't think we're gonna pit this time round, because I don't feel like driving up through everyone, and I don't think anyone else is gonna pit. So we're just going to cross this line.
Pace cars out.
Is that? I don't know who that was. That was Lester. I think that was Lester. He was running in high position. Interesting. We're gonna stay out, and we're gonna finish this stint after the caution flag. We'll get back to talking about the RPG aspects of the NASCAR Heat 5 series that's to come. Pat Hurley was the damaged car.
Race is going green.
We're gonna... What do we... I don't even know how many we have left in the tank. Oh, let's just click through everything instead of driving pay. 9 left in the tank. Nobody else pit. I don't think anybody pit. Nobody of consequence pit. And they all started in 3rd gear. We dropped it down to 2nd gear and decided to drive the freak away from everybody. See you later, suckers, is what I say to them. So back to the RPG aspects of the game. You will start, if you choose to be one of the characters in the game. You will get choices of, well, you actually tell me what sponsor you want and what color schemes you want, and we'll build the car together through a Discord chat channel and all that. And then we'll do the RPG aspect. Now, we could do a sponsorship thing as well. You know, I could give you like low-end sponsors to pick from or something, and then as you get better and your character gets better, we could upgrade them. The whole thing is AI. You're not driving. It's not multiplayer. So I'll design the car, make sure you're good with it, whatever, car or truck, depending. You know, you start with the lowest series, so the truck series. And you'll actually start with basically the lowest levels of everything. You earn points after each race. Obviously, greater points for greater finishes, things like that. And we'll put together a randomizer, you know, because it's not an RPG without RNG. And those are the things that are going to give you the points that you can put into your skills. Now, that's an actual thing in the game. There are different skills. I've talked about it before. And it's all available in the Unity thing. And I'm not going to show it right now because we're still probably 2 or potentially 3 months away from doing it. But I want to bring it up now because I want you guys to be ready, because I will start doing this probably... Actually, we're about 3 months away from starting the actual series, I would assume, but we're probably only a month away from starting me building the actual game itself, which is me editing and customizing and modding. And I can, if you want, I can add your character. I can actually add your photo, or I can just do a shadow of a photo, you know, for the player. You'll have a card, a player card, and all that stuff. It's going to be legit. I've done it before already. It's not, I'm not saying that, I'm not just saying, oh, I'm going to figure out how to do it. I actually did it before. It's actually why I stopped doing this series originally. It's because I started doing that. And then a lot of really unfortunate things happened in life, and we shut everything down for quite a while. But now, so anyway, back to, you'd sign up on the Patreon. I give you access to the Discord where we talk, you know, where we get everything set up. And then once you approve of that, you know, you get in the race, you see your car in the races, obviously, your truck in the races, depending on where we are. And you'll actually grow with my driver. And so your drivers will get better, and your drivers will be able to, if you want to, go up into the higher series as well. And then we'll actually invite more people on the lower series, and we'll have them able to race on the lower series as well and kind of continue the whole thing. So the neat thing about that is we'll, you know, if somebody drops out, somebody's like, okay, well, because it'd be a monthly subscription. Reasonable, again, pricing, but it would be, because that way also it's the people who are actually going to commit to doing it, not going to fade away shortly after I put the effort in to build their car and their character and all that stuff. All of a sudden they're not there anymore, and I'm just riding around with this character that's never going to upgrade, and they're just going to ride in the back. I'm not doing that. So that's a big, probably one of the, that's the secondary reason, that next to me putting in my time and effort, that's the secondary reason for why I will be doing that way. But I don't know, we'll probably do it like every quarter of the season. We'll tally up all the points, and then you can put those points into your program, whether it be short track, regular speedways, super speedway, road course racing, and you'll continue to build up your character and how well they race there. There's other stats. We'll get into all that. It'll be more detailed, and I'll have it all set up. But start thinking if you consider to be interested in doing something like that, because if you are, you know, you're going to be pretty much, I don't know anybody else out there that has done this or is doing this. So you'll be one of one. It'll be the first time, and I think it'll be cool. Keep the folks that are doing it immersed. And then, of course, that's why I said only do probably 20 or 25 people, because we're still going to have some of your top-rated Cup drivers, truck drivers, and Xfinity drivers in the field. Unless, and this isn't out of question, we have some of those, because I will offer the same opportunity to some of the drivers in real life to be a part of it. So we're going around one more time. So anyway, if that's the case, then that won't count towards the 25. We have one lap left in our tank. We have not sped up anything. So this next time around, our next stint that we do, we will be coming out of the pits and not talking. I'll come out of the pits and I'll speed it up actually from the pits on. Simply because we haven't done any of the speed ups, and
All clear.
well, you know, we need to make these videos reasonable. So we're going to be coming off right here. And I don't know. I think it's actually 65. Yeah, it's got to be 65 because I was doing 62 and it didn't warn me. 22 to the tank. We'll get the truck. Loosen up the front just a little bit. And then we're going to run this next stint sped up, and we'll talk to you again when we're coming back around to go to the pits again, hopefully. Yes! Couldn't have happened at a better time. Could not have happened at a better time. I don't think we got anybody new down laps, but we're pitting. We're about to come around just one more time and have one in the tank. And guess what, folks? We got the caution. We get to pit under caution. Want to know what's super fun?
The race is going green.
That's right, folks. Being in first place and being at the back of a whole pack. Let's fix that real quick. And hopefully we'll fix it without damaging our truck.
Clear high.
We're gonna go high. Am I gonna go high? I'm gonna go high. All these trucks trying to be back on the lead lap because we pit. And they had just pit. Ugh. Of course that was gonna happen.
Still there.
It's alright. What kind of a hurry are you in right now? None. Why not? Because we're in first place. That's right. Oh, that was gonna happen. That was gonna happen. We're good. That didn't go well for him, though. Holy crap. Looked like I bent his old tire. Oh. Who's in a hurry? Apparently me. Every time I drive. What do we got? Mild stuff. It's no big deal. John Wood, Rick Crawford, 2 trucks that did not have to pit,
Stay high. Still
but were a lap down from us, so they came out above us. Look at this. We're being pushed. I'm pushing left this whole time just to not get pushed into the wall.
Still there.
How pathetic is that? Quapple's like, I'm going to wreck your whole race. He could. He could.
Car low.
Ratner wants to do better. He's like, I'm just going to come up here even though it's not my line at all.
Car low.
I mean, I could have gone down. Hey, Melons. I could have gone down on the inside by now and just passed everyone, I guess, but what fun is that?
Car low.
It's a lot of fun and a lot less stressful. We got damage now. It's not affecting us, but we have it, and that's not great. Oh, Melons, no. Keep it together. Oh, sorry. We might have actual damage now. Yeah, we do. That's going to suck, actually. That's going to hurt us. That's going to hurt us bad, actually. What,
Clear high. Car
Shoot.
low.
I was too focused on Melons behind us, and we're going to get hot. This truck is about to get real spicy warm. We've got 17 left in the tank,
Car high.
and sorry, 264, you got my way.
Car high.
We're tight, and I don't know how quickly we'll get hot, but I have a feeling we're going to be in the 220s in pretty short order here. Because at the end of the last run,
All clear.
yeah, look at that. At the end of the last run, we were up in the probably 213, 214. Oh, we're so tight. That's not good. Good news is that brought down the temperature, but I have to get a high arc on these corners because of our damage. Not what I wanted to see, but also, you know, we're lapping everybody, so
Stay high. Still there.
it's okay.
All clear.
Ah,
Car low.
this draft is actually helping us, but also our temperatures are a concern.
Still there.
So I can take the draft and I can, oops, get around. I was going to say get around these guys, but then I
Clear
did
high.
that, and is he going to lose it in the corner? No, he got it together. Okay. I was about to say, this is concerning. I want to get up to Brennan and pass him. Despite our current potential heat issues, we have not gone over that
Okay,
220
that's the
mark.
halfway mark.
Because of our tightness issues, I'm not sure that we will be able to go over that mark because we have to let off into the corner a little bit,
Still there.
and that brings down the temps. The funny thing is we're letting off.
Still there.
Well, no, we're still slowing down. I was going to say we're letting off, but we're not losing a lot, and it's cooling off the tank,
Stay low. Still there.
or off the tank. It's cooling off the engine, but we are letting off quite a bit. So now that we're in front of everybody, I got to feather the gas and watch. It's just going to be a whole stint here of us and Brennan Gong. Radar is only 6% instead of 10, which 10 is usually the one that will give you the really bad effects, so that's good. We hit this corner right. That was nice. We can get to 224 and be okay. The fact that we dropped down to 218 there is pretty nice because that means when we get into any corner, we're probably going to drop down below the 220 mark. I would hope and assume. Well, we're going to do it right now because I have to come off the gas, but I don't know. I mean, 218, whatever. We're driving away. We got everybody except for Crawford and Wood a lap down. Wood's going to have to pit probably in the next 3 laps. We're going to ignore that radiator because apparently it's not going to matter because the way we have to come off the gas to turn into these corners. I want to keep it in front of Brennan. I want to keep it in front of all these other trucks. And they're going to have to pit before us again because we pit under caution. So we got kind of 2 extra laps on them. So that's fun. And when we pit, if it's not under caution, we're going to have to fix the front end, which is probably going to take 5 or so seconds. Let's just say that we got, instead of radiator damage, that we actually have just debris on the grill like they do when they give us 10% down. Is that Nilsson? Sure is. Pitting. Pulling right out in front of traffic. Nothing wrong with that, Nilsson. We appreciate your driving style. Let's just take a quick look. Yeah, see, we're at 219. We're fine. Although that was just unfortunate that I rammed it right up inside of Daughter there, because that's going to cost us on the bottom end when we get back after this race and look at our winnings and know we could have probably won $2,000 more had we not had to replace our racing freaking radiator at the end. It's all right. It's okay. Next stop will not be our last stop. We've got 11 left in the tank, and we've got 45 laps to go. So we have 2 stops left. Okay. Well, we were at the end of our last one, so that's okay. We'll pit with 30-something, 35, 36 laps to go. And we'll then have to pit. We'll probably pit with 10 laps to go again, but at that point, because we aren't really wearing out our tires, we'll be able to pit and just do the old gas and go unless there's another caution. We're running about a second a lap slower because of this crap, which sucks, but we'll get it all back real soon. That's why we're not just destroying Crawford and Wood right now. We were definitely destroying Wood the first time we did this. Are we? Yeah, we're back at 219. We're fine. We're going to go ahead and run the rest of this stint out, and we will get back on the good old Mikey Mike as soon as we are about to pit again. Unless there's a caution or some great action beforehand. Not really an action track, as the commentator says for whatever track that was. All right, we're going to go ahead and pit this time around. Would have been really great to have that caution come out just one more time, just for funsies. Did not happen. Pretty sure it's going to flip to the 1 coming around 3 and 4 here, which is just a little too close for comfort, so I'll bring it on in. Gotta around the corner, slow down and pull off right here. And there we go. And we'll get, all of it in a repair. And there we are, pulling back out onto the track. Yep. Just making sure nobody was coming before I did that. Now we get to see just how far out we are from the other trucks. I don't know why Crawford is speed. Crawford was in the pits with us, wasn't he? I thought he was. And yet here he is, gaining on us quite a bit. Wood. Well, it doesn't matter. Got that radiator fixed, so we're going to be able to just put together some nice laps again. And I didn't look at how many laps are left. Well, we have to pit one more time. I know that because we have more than 22 laps left in the race. It's like 30 something, 35. So we'll bring it around a bunch, and this part kind of sucks because there's really not much to talk about it because we don't have anyone we're racing against. Our biggest drama was figuring out about if we could deal with the radiator, and we have. We really never got over 121 in the temp, so I got a little worried when I looked at it one time. We were coming up on 1 and 2, and I saw that we were at 221. I mean, not 121, 221, but little off the gas there. Brought it back down to 218 or 217, and never really looked back anyway. Just try to gap Crawford and Wood as much as possible. It's great for us to guarantee that Crafton's not going to get better than 4th place or something. Yeah, 4th place. But kind of wanted to make sure that they ended up with less than... Oh, I think is Crafton pitting right now? I know they were off schedule. He just dropped back 2 spots. I watched it happen. I talked about this, I think, in the last big race where we were up. Was it? Maybe it was New Hampshire, actually, where we had lapped everyone, or we had everyone laps down from their... Okay, guy, I went around on the inside because you were cramping my freaking outside, and then you cramping my inside. Get the shit out of my way. Anyway, said it before. You lap everybody. Yeah, it's going to put me in a great spot to win, but as far as everybody else goes, they're still vying for as high as 4th place, and that's a great finish for them, points and money-wise. So I can't sit here and say, or... I guess you can't sit here and be like, well, this is a waste of a race because you're beating them, you have them a lap down. They're still going to finish in a high position. And unfortunately, and I don't want to jinx myself here, but anything can happen to the truck as well. I know we could make a bad decision around like the 218 we just passed. We went high. He crowded us. I could have bumped into his back end, screwed my radiator even worse that time. I don't know, I could get a little not paying attention and drive down on the apron. These are all things that I can do to screw up my race, so stick around and watch all the excitement. Or, like I like to do, I'm watching somebody and it's not very exciting. I keep it running instead of fast forwarding, and I do something else, like play on my phone. Or I have other monitors, so maybe I'm doing something else. And then when I hear what sounds like something exciting, I come back to the action. But I also have a problem with doing one thing at a time. And there is a term for it. It's called ADHD. And that's also why sometimes I am not very focused on what I'm doing, and I make stupid mistakes. But that's okay. We all have our issues to battle with. I'm going to go ahead and finish out the next 16 laps, and we'll pit for our last time, and then we'll talk a little bit more, and then we'll bring this one home, hopefully. We're going to bring this bad boy around one more time before we hit that last pit stop. We haven't lost any speed here. We're doing pretty well. And there comes the caution. And things are kind of going to be in the same situation unless Wood and Crawford both just pit, which I think Crawford did. I don't think Wood pits.
Pace car is out.
But that's going to put Wood or Crawford a lap down. It's going to leave the leaders, just me and John Wood.
Get set. The race is going green. There's the green flag.
We have got a thrilling, nay, a rousing
Car low.
race
All clear.
here. As that caution came out, that's a second caution coming out after almost everybody had pits. And we have got fourth on back, at least 2 laps down. Third place in 1 lap down, which means Crawford is destined to finish third place. John Wood, 1 second back from us, is the only other truck on the lead lap. We have very few laps to go in this race. I think 13 at the line it will be, or 12, one of the two. And, well, just about everything you could beg to have go right in this race for us has done exactly that. Even the damage that we had on the truck was a non-issue, as we were able to get through it and pit without incident. So what we're going to do here is ride this one out until about 3 left, and then we'll talk about it as we're ending the race. I actually don't know where we go to the Cup next week, but should be interesting. This wouldn't have been a race if I didn't do something stupid. I thought I could I thought I could go down the backstretch and click something on my other screen. I couldn't is the answer.
All clear.
We'll get it back. I mean, we're in first place, but we'll pass everybody again. I was just... My music stopped playing.
Still there.
So I went to restart it because I didn't want to drive a bunch of laps, and pausing would have been the right thing to do, by the way, which I ended up having to do. But editing a pause is just annoying, so I was like, well, we could get away with it. I could just reach over here while doing 180 miles an hour and just
All clear.
click the little continue playing button. We'll be just fine. By the way, folks, don't try this at home because that wasn't the smartest thing, but we're back in front of all those other trucks. Made it slightly exciting for 2 seconds. But anyway, I'm sure coming around this time, what is it? How many? I don't know. I don't even know how many laps are left right now.
5 laps to
5.
go.
So yeah, we'll be back with you in about 3 laps. Here we are, 2 laps left in this one. And, yeah. It's been a whole thing. So we will continue to dominate the truck series when we can. Two issues in this race. One was when I was paying attention to Melons behind us because we had tapped him and I felt bad about it. Make sure he got his stuff under order. We ran into the back of daughter, did a little doozy to our radiator for a whole stint, but we got around it, and then this time I have a YouTube playlist. I listen to music while I'm racing, especially races like this. The sound of the engine at 1:44 a.m. It'll put you to sleep. So I gotta play some music to stay awake. And after a while on YouTube, for anybody who knows this, it will eventually ask you if you want to continue watching, thinking that you have just have it running and, fell asleep or did whatever. And it said that, and we had like 8 or 10 laps to go, and I was like, well, I hate pausing it because I hate editing that, which we end up doing anyway. Yay, we won. Hello. Anyway, and then I ended up going up to my other monitor above this monitor to click continue playing. And I ran into the wall from trying to do that because I didn't straighten the truck out and I only had my right hand on the controller. That was my second mistake. We still dominated the race and led the most laps. We did not get the first place qualifying, but us and John Wood were the only two trucks that finished the race, finished all the laps, technically. So that was fun. 220,494. Well, folks, that's going to put us well over what we need to upgrade the aero maximum on the Cup car. Tony Savoy dazzled the crowd at Michigan on July 24th and brought home the victory. That victory moves us up one spot, 3 points behind Presley, and Crawford is definitely who we need to be watching. He finished second in the last race, so we only gained a few points on him. With $1.456 million in the bank, let's go upgrade the car. We've now maxed out our aero package. We have four cup races, maybe more. Four cup races before the next truck race. And we'll start that one off with another road course. We'll be racing at Watkins Glen International. I do love Watkins Glen, so hopefully the car races better than it did at Sonoma. Sorry, Infineon. Let's see what else we have real quick. After the Glen, then we go back to Michigan, so that'll be that. And we hit Bristol for our second time. That's the night race with a pretty upgraded car. I hope for a different result. And then the final race in August will be Darlington for the second time. And again, hoping for a better result. But first things first, we need to tackle Watkins Glen. And what does that mean for us right now? Well, it means that is going to do it for this episode. Another victory in the books. Although we're not leading in the standings because we could not finish one of the races due to running the cup race. So we got our work cut out for us here because our sponsors require us to do it for us to get a nice chunk of change. I think it's 500 grand. So anyway, folks, I do want to take a moment out to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And until next time, and of course, as always, you take care.